Hey everybody, I am making a scrapbook page today and it is going to be with the P13 Let's Flamingo line, and I have already done a lot of the work so we can speed this up, and I've already fussy cut a lot of my items out. I will use or show you the pages that I used initially. This was the paper that I cut these penguins out of, or sorry, penguins, flamingos out of. And this paper is gorgeous. Look at that. That is the paper. So I cut 2 flamingos out. And I might cut more, but I'm not really sure yet. This is the other side of that page. I didn't need anything yellow, but we could always maybe add accents, but we will see. The other page, or pages I should say, I got these gorgeous flowers, these ones that you see here that I cut out from this page, and it is absolutely beautiful, so love it. And that's the other side, which was the background. So I had a couple pages of those, so that is the background page. And this one, which I cut a lot out of, this is, there's not much left to it. The whole leaf area with some of the actual other flowers and the ferns and whatnot were on the outside of this page, so that was part of that. And on the other side of that was same thing, some ferns and leaves, as well as some parrots. So I cut that out. So I'm going to take this off, and we are going to show you how we're going to adorn this sheet of paper. I have cut out and printed, using my selfie, some pictures of my daughter's birthday. So I put this one in a little bit of a collage. I put 3 pictures in one and I shrunk them down on my selfie and cut it that way. So I'm going to use those. I took a couple of these stickers, and these stickers came from the American Crafts Thicker Line Party Time. So that is the rest of the pack. So I took those from there. I am going to get some depth and dimension, I am going to ink the sides of some of the leaves, the flowers, and the flamingos. Because see, that kind of blends. So I'm going to do that, and I thought I'm going to use green. So I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Distress Ink, the Bundled Sage, and I'm just going to use my little finger dewy. So that is it. And then obviously, to get some dimension when we're tacking down, I will be using the Scrapbook Adhesives 3D foam squares. So we have those, and my adhesive choice, which I try and use as much as possible, is the Glue Arts Glue Glider Pro. I really like this. It is a little bit more money. There's a fair bit on here, but I do use this, and yeah, so try and use that as much as possible. So there we go. So this is just going to be a fast little demo on how I'm doing this. Usually what I try and do is tack this down first. Yeah, like so. What I'm going to do first though, I'm kind of old school when it comes to my trimmer. I love this old Fiskars trimmer. These are my favorite. Every time I go to a scrapbook garage sale, I buy up as many of them as you can find, because they don't make them anymore. So I have, I think, 8 or 9 of these. I just keep switching out blades and using them as I go. Or if I teach a class, I grab them and go. Okay, so with this, we are going to put some adhesive on it. I'm not going to put it right down to the edge because I'm going to be putting some of my pictures underneath the edges. So I don't want to have it tacked down so I can't lift it. So there's that. And this one is going to go in the 2 corners over on your left hand side. And just tack that baby down. Look at the color already. Looks awesome. Alright, so this one, same idea. It's to go over here. And this one, I haven't decided yet. I might make it popped out. Haven't decided on that one yet. It's still a work in progress. This one I had cut out, was originally like that, but I did cut it out initially just in case I want to put something underneath it, because there was an awful lot of green and I thought I might want to put a flamingo in there or some flowers. Wasn't really sure, so I popped that out for now. And let's see what this looks like. So we can pop some of these in here. Ideally what I'd like to do is do this, but we need to get an idea of where we want to put our pictures. So I'm going to cut off the top of the garage in this picture because we really don't need that. I'm going to cut it here. Get rid of that. So that I can put like so in here maybe. We're just going to manipulate this and work with it best we can. This one, same thing, I'm going to cut up a little bit of the top. Okay, so there's that. This one, I thought I might put maybe like so. We can have it like that, or we can put this like that. This is kind of neat if we put it like that, because you can see he's holding a face mask, so it kind of tells what was going on at the time. And then this one, put maybe in the front, like so. So we could tack those down like that. So I think this is what I'm going to do, and then work around with all the dimensions around that. So first things first, put on your adhesive. Okay, so I'm going to put on my adhesive. I am going to put this like, maybe move it up a little bit, like that. Could even, no, that'll cover his face. So go like that. And then we are going to adhere this. Yeah, I'll maybe go, let's see. Of course I did tack that down right there, and usually I don't do that. I went against what I normally say, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to lift this a little bit because it's not totally stuck down yet. And go like that. Okay, so there's that one. And then I am going to do this. And I'm going to raise that. So we're going to get out our pop dots. And I have a whole bunch of black ones I'm going to try and use up. Alright, so, yep, so we're going to put these ones on. Same thing, leave a little bit of room in case you have to put anything underneath. Doesn't have to go totally to the edge because it's going to be raised anyway. So that's probably good for me. I like to use a fair number of pop dots, but I don't always put them in the corners because it's really not necessary because it's going to be raised anyway. Sometimes it's nice to have them in the corners just so you don't catch it on something, especially if you're putting it into an album. But sometimes it's not really necessary. Alright, so I'm loving the P13 stuff. My next couple videos are also going to be P13. We're going to work on the summer line and the autumn line that just came out, and possibly even by the sea. I believe that's what it's called. So we're going to do all three of those. I might even put a card in there just to make you card lovers happy. So this one we're going to tack in there, and I am not going to pop dot this one. So I'm gonna just put that in like so. Put that in like that. For those of you who are very linear and like straight lines, sorry, because that is so not this layout. Okay, so now we're going to put these in. Makes it so much faster when you prep this stuff ahead of time. So, because half the battle and half the time spent on these is fussy cutting. Love the outcome, but it does take some time. So before I do that, like I said to you before, I am going to ink. So I'm going to get on our inker. And we're going to just put a little bit of green around here. You could put pink, but I found there's so much pink on here. There's a lot of green too. But I thought it might not stand out as much. So I thought, well, I'll try this and see how this looks. I imagine too, even if you did black, black might be kind of cool, neat contrast. So we're gonna pop that in like so. So there's that one. And again, I'm just kind of winging this. I had a general idea of what I wanted, but I didn't really know necessarily. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that one there. Yeah, this is my daughter. She turned 19 in July. We're having a birthday party for her. I know some people will be like, what the heck? Look at all the people in the pictures, but these are our cohort people. It's my family, and these are the people that we cohorted with. So it really wasn't as bad as it looks. All right, because really I didn't see anybody other than these people. Okay, so we're gonna put that one there, I think. The Flamingo. These are so cool. I always heard that flamingos are very popular in Florida. I don't know if that's true, if there's anybody who knows much about Florida. Can you tell me that? The only place I ever seen them, and I've only seen them once, is at the San Diego Zoo, so I have no idea if that is actually true or not. I went to Florida once, and I didn't see any flamingos. Saw a lot of gators, but that was about it. All right, so we're going to pop dot this guy, or girl. I'm just going to put those on like so. If I have to later, I will use smaller squares, or I will just adhere it with some glue. So this guy here, where should we put him? You know what, we could have even have put him there, to be honest. Now I'm curious, where should we put him? I don't want him floating in the air, so there we go. We put him here. And you know what? I will maybe just for his legs, not for his head, cut one of our mounting squares just a little bit thinner and put him there. There, that works great. So there's that. And this guy, wonder, no. You can put this one over here. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to put him on later, or her. This, I think, I like the very feminine type of look to this. Just, I don't know, it makes me happy, and I just love the colors. Nice color combo. P13 always makes great papers. Like, I just love their work, and they know exactly what I like. It's probably my favorite paper line right now. Well, them, and I really like Simple Stories as well. They've always had nice stuff. Depends on the stuff. Like, I'm also very partial to, I really like Halloween, and I really like sea. So that's why I made the Monterey Bay stuff, because I really like anything to do with the ocean or nautical. It makes me happy. So we're going to put that in there. And then this one, you could put journaling on here, you could put a title. I chose to go very simple with this one because I will put a little bit of journaling later before I put it into an album. But yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. So that will be on the books later. But for now, this is what I've got. All right, so this one here, I think I'm going to put up top. Where should we put this baby? I think I'm going to lift this a little bit. Oh, I could see a little bit of this black popping out. This is one reason some people would like to use a different color, because it's not black I'm using it on. But I have so many that I gotta try and use them up, because I don't usually scrapbook with dark colors. I tend to use bright colors. So, yeah, there we go. I did pull that back a little bit. Hopefully it's not too creased, but whatever. It's all good. So we have that, and then we have these ones. You don't have to put them all on, but I did cut them just in case I did want to put them on. So we could see what that looks like. You can always use this later for a card or something else. Yeah. Or you could add it into this flower, like so, which I think is what I'm going to do. Do you think we need 2 flamingos or just 1? What's your view on that? I might just leave it at the 1, because I still have to put my stickers on, and one of them is like essentially my title. So I might not put that on, and I'm not going to put on that other leaf because I just cut it out in case we needed it, but that's where we put the picture. So I was thinking putting this in here somewhere, or here, and then it's party time here. So what are your views on that? I kind of like that. So I'm going to close that back up. I think that's what I'm going to do. So this was, again, a very fast layout. All of the prep time was the main thing that took the time, and that was all spent on the fussy cutting. This is going to need a little bit more adhesive. Okay, so I'm going to put that in here. Again, you could put any kind of title in there. You don't have to put something like that. I had it, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to use some of the products I have, and it seemed to work really well. And then this one, I'm going to put in here where I have my blank empty space. So there you go. That is my layout. Look how fast that was. And that was with the P13 Let's Flamingle line.